Now this, like my intro says, we are not involved in things, at least not most of the time. EPA order will help Atlantic City Municipal Utilities Authority, ACMUA, for those of you who grew up in that area or went to college in that area, like me. U.S. EPA has issued an order directing the Atlantic City Municipalities Utilities Authority to comply with the Safe Drinking Water Act, lead and copper rule. A 2025 investigation by the EPA revealed violations of federal and state drinking water requirements, which include inadequate tap water sampling practices. So improper sampling with that. If you're going to sample for metals, there are certain ways that you could do this correctly. So, for example, if you're going to be sampling for metals in drinking water at the tap, meaning at the faucet, right? So there's my sink over there. You're supposed to let the water sit, and I know back in the day it was preferably 6 to 12 hours. I don't know what the standard is now. Pardon me, it's been a long time since I've done that type of sampling. But essentially, there are certain requirements. You're just going to go out there and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to go and sample. Right? There's a lot of stuff that happens. So, for example, if you're going to be sampling for metals, what are you going to use? Typically, it's going to be a polypropylene container, lab clean, right? You get it from the laboratory, and it has nitric acid preservative on there. If memory serves right, it's 10 normal on there to preserve the sample. Maybe it was something like that. In this case, they have to update its lead and copper sampling plans and conduct 2 consecutive rounds of sampling in 2026, as well as improve monitoring and reporting. Now, a series of inquiries and inspections between 2025 and 2022 and 2025 found that the system has not met specific drinking water requirements, including failure to establish proper sampling and reporting practices under the Safe Drinking Water Act. In addition to requiring the Utilities Authority to update its sampling plans, the system is also required to follow up other stuff, right? And, you know, they have a link to the lead and copper rule thing. I forgot to share this. So what is my point on this? My point is, got to keep after these folks. Strangely enough, Atlantic City back in the 90s, starting in 89, they had like the best water around. It was such good water, and it hit the news that us in the environmental studies department over at Stockton, every year, Dr. Claude Epstein, he would go, Professor Emeritus, he would actually have, and it was like a psychological experiment too. He would have everybody bring in samples of water, and he relied on the commuters for this. Hey, bring in samples of water, and we're going to have a water tasting contest here, and we're going to do like blind studies on which water tastes the best. And Atlantic City always won there. But what the other thing was that he said, it doesn't matter where I give out beer or alcohol or anything. Not that he would ever do that. But the minute that you put up water, everybody's like drinking like it's a party here. Drinking water like it's a party. And just human behavior.